Alright, hi everybody, it's Bonkai922, last video of today, early morning, give or take. Another episode of Maoyuu, or hence, hence, full name, Maoyuu Maou Yuusha. More or less, give or take, Demon Queen Hero. This is episode 2. This one, it's Maoyuu Maou Yuusha. This is episode 2. This one was called, Please Make Us Human. Now, this series is a lot extensive. There's a lot of things in this series that, that go into different aspects, economics, agriculture, all that stuff. So it's stuff to think about, to a certain extent. Now, I actually read the manga of this. Well, it's a light novel, but I read the manga adaptation. And pretty much what happened in this episode happened in the manga, more or less. But if anyone read the manga, you would know. Basically, in this episode, we see in the beginning we have these two girls, an older sister and a younger sister, and they're running away, and we find out they're known as serfs. Now, they're not like, because there's a difference between a serf and a slave. But they're basically forced to work and everything, and they end up sneaking into Queen, Maoyuu, her castle. Well, not castle, house, mansion, give or take. And in the beginning part, we got basically Maoyuu, the queen, ruler, with Yuusha, the hero, and they're basically they're teleporting, and they teleport to the freezing cold, and they go back from there to where they go, the village, which is filled with villagers and everything. And then we get the introduction of the head maid, and she's screaming on the top of her lungs she goes, Maoyuu, Maoyuu, which is meaning queen. So she's screaming queen, queen, because that's what the ruler, she's a queen. Instead of a demon king, you have a demon queen. Now, Hero gets introduced to the head maid, and he gets settled in, and at the house, and basically, she concocts a lie for the head maid to tell everybody the rumor that she's healing in the mansion, the house, and everything, and so on and so forth. And then we get to the aspect of agriculture. She then explains to Yuusha, the hero, about how you have different kinds of crops. A winter crop, a fall crop. They're cropping. They put the radishes field, the wheat field, the clover field, and how by using that lantern she has, she shows him the different 4 fields and how they'll go about working with them. Then, more or less, the episode then from the chapter, they go see the head elder. He's very hard-headed, and he doesn't want to cooperate very much. So, they obviously didn't go home. There's this one scene where she wants him to lie on her lap. It's like one of those scenes, There's a lot of cutesy things going on between the queen, Maoyuu, and Yuusha, the hero. So it's obviously a love kind of relationship going on. And I hear a noise in the barn, and that's where we get the introduction of these serfs. Now, the head maid, surprisingly enough, is being very cruel to them, very mean. and Yusha doesn't want to have anything to do with it, with her doing that, because she says that, oh, they are like insects. They're very, very low, below, and it's against the law, apparently. And apparently they give them clothes and food and a place to stay and to sleep. And there's this argument going on between the head maid and them, and she's referring to them as insects because they're people that, are serfs, and they act cowardly and lowly beings. And Yusha wants to get involved, but then Maoyuu, the queen, she stops him and allows the head maid to do what she's going to do. And she's basically going to, and then the two are asking her to make them human. Act like a human and be human-like. And that's when they decide to basically have them work as maids. And that's basically what happens. Then we have a scene, and basically the rest of the episode is just, we have the little girl, sister, who's a maid also, bringing bread to Yuusha, and then at that point in the episode, he questions, what he should be doing. He's questioning it. Like, he knows he can hunt down animals and everything, but he doesn't feel like he's doing anything, much of anything. Then we have an interesting thing where she's teaching nobles education, writing and math and all this other good stuff also by war, the history of agriculture, and economics and stuff. And the older sister maid, I believe that's what you call. Just check that. Yeah, she tells the other nobles that, oh, you don't know what it's like to starve. So that's more or less just what's going on there. And that's when, that's when they meet up, Yuusha and the hero and the queen, and they start walking out, and she wants to be really close to him. And I'm like, wow. And they basically are heading out, and they're going to meet, I think, the elder again. And that's where the episode ends, more or less. So, this one was an interesting episode. I'm going to give it a 3.5. Next week's is going to get really interesting when we get another character introduction. We're getting more introductions as we go along. We're going to get the introduction of the knight, the female knight. Now, this one, like I said, was more having to do with introducing more characters and going to dabble a little bit with agriculture and stuff like that, and explaining how to solve the problem of basically they're trying to create a world of peace and prosperity. That's the whole gist of this anime, of the story as it goes along. A war is taking place, and the hero is aligning himself with this queen, this demon queen, I guess you call her. Not demon king, call her demon queen. This queen, and the idea is to have them to try to fix things and create a peaceful, prosper society without war. That's the whole gist. But this one was just an explanation of the agriculture stuff and the introduction of these new characters and how things go about. I mean, I have seen the couple of chapters of the manga, and it's pretty accurate. They're doing a good job. The anime, they're doing it justice. They're doing it justice so far. And I like how each character has a job and how each character does certain things. I really like that. But I'm only giving this a 3.5 because it was really just, really nothing too much happened. Just really, the explanation of the agriculture stuff, turning these two serfs into maids, and obviously you're continuing from there on with, certain things. Now, like I said, next week we get the female knight. This next week's episode is going to be more interesting, though. And I might give it a higher rating. Because next week's episode, Yuusha meets a companion that he once knew, that he traveled with, that's the female knight. So that's going to be a little more intricate with the whole story. But this one was just, please make us human. The headmaid making these two serfs into humans. Proper human society. There's a lot of, and the thing about this show is, there's a lot of, tags. I don't want to say tags, roles that are given to certain characters. Like I said, head maid, older sister maid, younger sister maid, and it's really interesting. I really like this concept. This show is very intricate and very interesting with what they're doing in each part. And this episode just shows you the intricacies of agriculture and of roles in society and stuff. And her, teaching education, too, as well. And obviously you got the cutesy scenes with the queen and the hero. So it was and it was funny because he said that, oh, you can do whatever you want with me. And I'm like, because I'm yours. That was the whole bit. She wanted to make him hers. She wanted to have the hero to herself. That was the logistics of the whole situation. But anyway, that's the story. So this was good. Good chapter. Good episode. Can't wait for next week. We get introduced to another character. Should be interesting. And that's pretty much it. So yeah, tell me what you guys think. Comments below in the story. And tell me what you think about the series. I really want to hear you guys' opinions. I really want to hear what you guys think about the series. I really personally think I like it. I really like it. I like anything. Spice Wolf was a very good anime with what it was trying to do. And this one is following in its footsteps. Can't ask for anything more than that. So yeah. This is Maoyuu 922. I'll see you guys later. Also, I should let you guys know, for this show, even though it's going in economics and agriculture and stuff, it's going to get some good action. There's going to be some good action coming up. I'm telling you guys right now. So yeah. It's Maoyuu 922. I will see you guys later.